Hello and welcome to another video by the Wizard. I want to start off by thanking people who provided with feedback and comments to my other videos, because I appreciate all comments and feedback, because I'm trying to make these videos so my message gets out, and if there's something that I'm doing that I'm not necessarily consciously aware of, I appreciate people responding to it. It's been pointed out that I tend to repeat myself or repeat certain issues, and it dawned on me I'm used to dealing one-on-one with my clients, and so I'll talk about an issue, my client will respond, and I'll move on. But when I get in these videos, since I don't have that direct feedback, sometimes I harp on an idea. Sometimes the idea I need to harp on because I think it's important, and sometimes I'm harping on it because there's a part of me that's looking for a response that hasn't necessarily shown up. But today I want to talk about, I've talked about it before, but I've really lately been experiencing it myself personally, and also people that I talk with and stuff, so my clients. And that is intention, action, and words. It's important, I've talked about it before, that to set your intention for the day. If you don't set your intention, the world will have an agenda for you. So when you wake up in the morning, you get to decide, am I going to have a good day? Yes, I am, because my intention is I'm going to see the good. Now, does that mean that I'm going to blindly ignore everything else that happens? Not at all. I'm going to deal with life. I'm going to be present to life. I'm going to make the decisions that I need to make every day. But I'm going to look for the good. And it's going to be absolutely amazing, because the more you look for the good, the more good you find. It doesn't mean that life is going to be perfect. It doesn't mean that you're not going to necessarily have challenges or issues or frustrations. But if your focus is on the good and not on the difficulties, that's what you're going to remember. You're going to remember the 100 times something good happened, as opposed to the 3 times when something bad happened. The other thing, the next step, is action. What are you doing? You've set your intention. I intend to do this. Are you following through and doing it? I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to look for the good in the day, and then actually do it. And go out in your day and look for it. If your intention is to do well at work, or if your intention is to get good grades, or if you're, whatever your intention is, after you've set your intention and, locked it into your mind, you then need to act upon it and actually do the things that are going to get you to do it. And finally, there's your words. And we need to, when we set our intention language, when we set our action language, and when we speak about ourselves, the language that we use is very important. If you wake up every morning and you set your intention to look for the good in the day, but your words are, but nothing good ever happens to me, type thing, you're working at cross purposes. If when you're describing yourself, you use, self-depreciation is an excellent example of verbiage that people use. They kind of insult themselves. Well, I'm not really very good at that, or and stuff. But you got to work on that, because as you become clearer and clearer and become better at setting intentions, the words that you use to describe yourself are going to have incredible power, and they're actively going to describe yourself. I'm not very good at that, and you're not very good at that. I don't know much about it, but I want to learn more. It's my intention to master making videos. See, the wording that you use has a very powerful impact on what actually comes to pass. And we start out on a broad path, so to speak. So these things, there's all these different actions working, and they may not be as important. But as you become farther along your pathway in some ways narrows because it's becoming more and more tuned to you. And so when you set your intentions, it's very important to use powerful and uplifting language. And when you're talking about yourself, talking about your situation, and describing yourself and your situation, make sure that not only do you use authentic words, but you use positive words. If you're constantly putting yourself down, I'm not very good at that, or nothing good ever happens to me, or I've screwed up again, or if you're sharing a lot of memes that are self-depreciating and putting yourself down on a certain point, the fact is that those become reinforceable. I don't really believe this joke that I talk about that all husbands are stupid, but if I'm a husband and I'm sharing things like that, it becomes part of the reinforcement. So it's really important that we set our intentions, we follow through with action, and we think about the words and the language that we use when we do these things. There's the joke about, from the Saturday Night Live sketch, gosh darn it, I'm good enough and everybody likes me. But the reality is, you are good enough, and people will like you. And you need to have that, you need to be practicing your belief and putting your energy into the things you believe. So I believe in myself, I believe in you, and I believe in the most important things we can do is set intentions, act upon our intentions, and make sure that the language we use is uplifting. I'm not saying unrealistic, I'm saying uplifting. But that's for another subject. Thank you very much, and have a good day.